Hello and welcome to the channel. In this video, I am going to introduce you to a very high quality role play model called as Thea 21 billion version 1. We are going to locally install this model and then we are going to test it out on a role play scenario. Before I do that, let me give a huge shout out to Mast Compute who are sponsoring the VM and GPU for this video. If you're looking to rent a GPU on affordable prices, I will drop the link to their website in video's description. Plus, I'm also going to give you a coupon code of 50% discount on a range of GPUs. Now, coming back to this Thea 21 billion version 1, this model is quite interesting because it is based on a NeMo, which is from Mistral. And if you don't know what Mistral NeMo is, it is a 12 billion model which is built in collaboration with NVIDIA and Mistral. Mistral NeMo offers a large context window of up to 128K tokens. Its reasoning, world knowledge, and coding accuracy are state of the art in its size category, and it also relies on standard architecture. It is easy to use and a drop in replacement in any system using previously celebrated Mistral 7 billion. But for this purpose, what this guy has done, he has just fine tuned it and created this amazing role play model. Now, Thea is quite an interesting concept. Uh, from the model card, it says that according to the giant impact hypothesis, Thea orbited the Sun nearly along the orbit of Proto-Earth by staying close to one or the other of the Sun. Earth's system's two more stable points, and that is what it is getting to, which is quite interesting, I would say. Now, um, also another fun fact is that without this Thea, Earth wouldn't have the requisite metal content in its core to generate our magnetosphere, making DNA-based life highly unlikely with all the ultraviolet bombardment we would otherwise be getting. But then, anyway, I'm just trying to explain this term Thea here. So, pretty interesting selection for the model's name. Now, as I already said, that this is a fine tune of Steel Skull's Nemoria 21 billion model, and also which is in term also contains elements from Mistral's Nemo, plus the fine process involved, completion, role play, and instruction training, and the data set is quite spicy. So it is a not safe for work and SFW model, totally uncensored, and that is why it is quite apt for enhanced role play capabilities, better storytelling, and richer prose. So let's see how it works. Another thing I want to mention is that I'm going to use text generation web UI as a backend, or Uba Booga, which it is lovingly called. Plus, I'm going to use Silly Tavern for front end. Now, if you don't know what Silly Tavern is, what Uba Booga is, I have done a detailed video here around 2 weeks ago where I go into detail as how to install Silly Tavern with Uba Booga and run local models with character roleplay. So if you want to follow along instead of just watching the roleplay, I would highly suggest you watch this video and then install both of these, Silly Tavern and Uba Booga, and then from there we will go forward. So I already have downloaded model on my local system and I have put it in my text generation web UI, and then I'm just going to use Silly Tavern here. So right now I am on the tab of this Uba Booga. In the models, let's select the model, and then this is our Thea model. I'm just going to put more layers on GPU to make sure it works fine. Let's click on load, and then it is loading on the right hand side, as you can see. Let's wait for it to get loaded, and the model is loaded. So let's go back to our Silly Tavern, and now I am in my front end, which is Silly Tavern, and let's do the role play with the model. So you see I have already loaded my character, which is Jason, and Jason is me. By me, I mean that I have created this character, and Jason is a 45-year-old lonely single man from Sydney, Australia. And then this is a character which is already by default comes with Silly Tavern. If you want, you can download any character from online web, or you can create your own character. There is a whole slew of characters available. So Seraphina's personality is caring, protective, compassionate, healing, nurturing. So these are all the features of her personality, and then there is a lot of information about her. Okay, so quite nice and sweet personality, I should say. So I said hi there, and Serafina has responded very nicely. So I'm going to do a role play like a neighbor who has just moved in. Okay, so maybe sorry, not this one. I'm just going to give it a proper prompt here. So you see, I am asking it, hi, I am Jason. Nice to meet you. I have noticed you have been moving in next door, and I wanted to introduce myself. I have lived here for a few years now, and it's great building. How are you finding everything so far? Need any help unpacking or getting settled in? Let's wait for the model's response. And this is the beauty of Silly Tavern, that yes, it keeps the character in check, but the real intelligence, it comes through the model. So let's wait for it to come back. There you go. So look at the response here. Look at the prose. It says, Serafina smiles warmly at Jason, her amber eyes sparkling with kindness. It's so you see, it has already adopted the role. It's wonderful to meet you too, Jason. I actually just moved into the apartment next door last week. She gestures around the room. I must say, it's quite lovely here. The building has everything. And then she's talking about, and if you ever require any assistance with settling in, simply let me know. And then you see, look at this one. Wow. And then there is slightly flirtatious too, but and then it can be quite lonely living alone at times. But here in my forest glade, surrounded by nature's beauty and your enchanting presence, she trails off. Okay, so and this is an uncensored model, so you could expect anything. So I will be careful here to show you what this says. And now let's see what Jason says. So, which is me, of course. I'm asking, thanks for the offer, Serafina. I'm all settled in, but I appreciate the kindness. Yeah, it can get lonely living alone, but I have got my routine and hobbies to keep me company. Speaking of which, have you had a chance to explore the neighborhood yet? There's a great coffee shop just around the corner that I highly recommend. Let's see what she says. And there you go. So look at the prose and the masterful sentences which the model is making in the um, you know character of the Serafina, that she smiles brightly at Jason, her amber eyes sparkling with excitement. And then look at the dialogues. The old town center is just a short walk from here, and there are plenty of charming shops and restaurants to discover. And then it's I must say, it's refreshing and all that stuff. Quiet smile. Perhaps we could explore the neighborhood together. Sometimes I would be delighted to show you around my favorite spots in town. And then you can, of course, keep talking with Serafina. And just wanted to show you that how good the prose is and how enjoying this real role play could be. But one word of caution: these are not safe for work models, so be sure that you're aware of that. And if you're looking to implement these models in production environment, I don't think so. These are for general purpose models. These are only for fun and giggles. So that's it. Let me know what do you think. If you like the model and content, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you're already subscribed, please share it among your network as it helps. Thanks for watching.